20 minutes after 6 o'clock on this Monday morning here in Kingston. Good morning to you wherever you are. It is 24 degrees Celsius already and the sun is just rising. Last night at like 6:30 p.m.
Summer is here.
It was 25 degrees Celsius, and I'm thinking the sun is not up and it's 25 degrees Celsius.
Summer is here.
It's here.
It's here.
It's well and truly upon us.
Spring not even done, the summer come.
And the reason for the heat is Tony K. Dawkins. Good morning.
I'll take it.
You better bring
Although I
it.
don't think you should blame that heat on me, because I'm sure it's not bringing a lot of joy around the place.
And your heat
well, my
brings
heat is different.
light
It brings
and joy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Candy, what's happening? I like it.
But you know, TK, you radiate all the good things. Oh.
Look at me on this Monday morning. I love this for me. Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy Mother...
Belated.
Mother...
Thank you.
No, it's
Belated Happy Mother's Day.
Happy
The
Mother's
Day.
greeting is
Mother's
belated,
Day.
not the day.
belated Happy Mother's Day. Just like belated Happy Birthday. You
Correct.
see, you learn something on Sunrise every day.
All right.
Let's do it. You ready?
Let's go.
Jumping into the headlines. So, headline one, government pursuing energy equity. The government of Jamaica is making a significant move towards energy equity with the community electrification project, as stated by Minister Darrell Vaz. This initiative, backed by a $1 billion investment, aims to connect over 20,000 households to the national electricity grid without any cost to the beneficiaries. The project aligns with the National Development Roadmap targeting universal energy access by 2030. The project's implementation will be managed by the Jamaica Social Investment Fund, JSIF, which will identify beneficiaries through electrification fairs and sensitization sessions. The funds will cover house wiring inspections by the government, electrical regulator, GER, prepaid metering solutions, and a one-time credit of $4,000 for 6 months. Each home connection is estimated to cost around $160,000. Minister Vaz highlighted the introduction of a modern prepaid system in partnership with JSIF and JPS, designed to help people manage their energy use efficiently. And this system allows users to purchase electricity based on their budget, giving them complete control over their consumption. Now, the launch event included an electrification fair offering access to services from various government agencies and exploring training opportunities.
All right. Well, I'm all for modernization of our energy sector. I think that energy efficiency is one thing that will bring significant gains in terms of economic growth and development. I think our age-old dependence on crude oil is something that we've said that we want to move away from, and I think that we should continue to pursue policies that move in that direction. These policies are ambitious, but I think they're doable if we can get them done right. And get them done, I mean, you know, all the procurement issues and this and that. But I'm encouraged by this concept of, you know, communal electricity or community electricity. I don't know what, some of the communities don't have those values though. Like they have very individualistic values. And so like what happens when individuals like act as freeloaders and you know, and other people are carrying a disproportionate weight. But that is why I look at the word energy equity, because equity is about fairness. So equality is about getting an equal share or paying an equal share. Equity is about paying a fair share. And if you use more light, you should pay more. And you know,
makes sense.
And if you don't use a lot, then you should pay less. But if you're using, you should pay.
I was going to say, and by extension, if you're using, you should pay. And those who use and pay shouldn't be paying for those who use and don't. So what I like about this is that the pursuit would suggest it's getting more people hooked up to a regulated system that allows for a better management of how consumption happens, but then in exchange, how payment happens, because people are a part of a system that allows them access that they will pay for.
But the good thing, as you say, is that it's designing, because there's no one size fits all. The way I get billed and the way I pay my energy bill
It's
works
not
for
the
me.
same, yeah.
But other people earn differently,
Yeah.
Right.
and their lines of expenditure
Yeah.
are different. And so the way prepaid solutions might work better for them.
And prepaid solutions do work.
Yes.
Yes.
They work
I know a
very
few.
well.
I know a few people
Yeah.
who, may I put on some light? I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, may I put on
They
some.
load up the,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
light credits. It works.
It does work. It does.
I
But it
think-
also causes them to be more energy conscious.
I was
'Cause them
just,
have a-
I was
yeah.
just about to say that, when it is, I think that one thing that the prepaid system does, it makes you more aware of your usage and
sure.
more in control of your usage. Because, if you're just utilizing, at the end of the month, you get a bill, you can be hit with a bill and it's like, oh, I wasn't expecting this. Whereas with prepaid, you kind of have an idea of where you are, what you need, what you don't need. So let's see. I agree with you. I love it, and I'm looking forward to the beneficiaries benefiting. Yeah.
Me I like police in my house,
Hey, lock off the light.
Lock off that.
Why you standing in front of the fridge? Think about what you want before you open the fridge. How much time I got iron this week? I had one time. Everything iron on one day. Hey.
That's me.
Next up.
Yeah.
Next up, PIOJ sounds alarm about brain drain declining birth rate. The Planning Institute of Jamaica, the PIOJ, is sounding the alarm about a potential population crisis due to declining birth rates and significant brain drain. Easton Williams, a senior director at PIOJ, highlights that Jamaica's fertility rate is below replacement levels, and combined with high out-migration, the PIOJ is proposing global services partnerships as a solution. This involves training Jamaicans for specific labor needs in partner countries, allowing them to work overseas while remaining in Jamaica. This approach aims to retain more nationals, stabilize the population, and potentially reduce crime rates by setting criteria for program eligibility.
You know what's interesting about this is that it is not a Jamaica issue.
No.
The more you read, is the more you realize there is a global issue that is happening birth rate crises globally, right? And it begs the question, I saw someone in discussion the other day saying, even in the US, they're asking, well, what can the government offer me that would be incentive for me to want to have children? Because it's very expensive.
Yeah.
It really is expensive. However, my biggest question is it really going to be that detrimental going forward if we don't have as many children being born, or is the bigger issue reducing the amount of people who leave?
A little bit of both, because when you work out the demographic equation, it is what it is. The balance is what it is. It's funny because because of teaching, I've taught population and development since I was fresh out of university. And I remember, again, a girl picked me teach. I remember every single year I used to ask the same question on the first day of teaching population studies. I would ask, ladies, how many children you want to have? And between 2001 and present, girls used to say 4, and then over time you'd say 3, and then over time you'd say 2, and then no, 1, if any. None. If any. And it is a phenomenon predominantly of countries that are developing.
Right.
As countries, there's a principle, as people become wealthier, they tend to have fewer children. So, you generally say wealthy people in society tend to have 1 or 2, maybe 3, but tend to have 1 or 2. More impoverished people, and we work out the reasons why. They tend to have 4, 5, 6, etc. And the same is true for rich countries. Rich countries tend to have lower fertility rates, and poor countries tend to have higher fertility rates. And so the question is, as Jamaica modernizes, as Jamaica develops, and average incomes rise, and people live a more urban industrial lifestyle, people are less interested in having children. Women are less interested in childbearing and more interested in pursuing other career opportunities. And even men are desire. Once upon a time, was you want more of a whole football team.
Yeah,
you might want to have 2.
There's another statistic I saw recently as well, where for the first globally, there is a decline in the amount of teen mothers and an increase in women having children over 40.
Yes.
So, I don't think that is by chance that those two things are happening at the same time.
You know what I also find interesting? Again, as a teacher, think about back in the day when you had the social studies and the CXC SBA. Everybody had something on teen pregnancy. Back in the day, everything was on, oh, I want to do a study on teen pregnancy. Nobody's interested in teen because it's not a phenomenon that people are as interested in. Because even in Jamaica, teen pregnancy is on the decline. And as you said, pregnancy after 40 is on the rise.
And that again is globally.
Interesting
So,
times. Interesting times. Yeah, that's what I have for you this morning, though.
Thank
I'll see you again at 7 on the news.
All right, and I suppose the temperature will rise once again. That's it for your morning headlines. Coming up next is Money Master Class. It's brought to you, by Guardian Life. Stay with us.
Oh, you might need to take off your jacket.